Welcome back to the post-game of .hack GU, Volume 3. Not only is this the final volume, not only are we in post-game, but this is the final update of that. This is the end of all of Project GU. So, the only thing... I shouldn't say that. There are two things left for us to do, one of which quickly follows after what is coming up next. The Forest of Pain. Now, I asked all of you who you wanted me to put in my party, and admittedly, I was really not clear, but I was going to be making the parties myself based on who got the most votes. Everybody kind of voted in the form of parties, which I just counted that as a vote for each character. So, tallying up the votes, our winner, Natsume! First place, Natsume. Followed immediately by Azure Kite. Now, as neat as it would be, no, there is no special dialogue for having them both in the party at the same time. And also, I like how when Natsume warps into Tartarga, or runs around Tartarga, she says things as though she's been here before. And, oh wait, she has. Okay, so we are going to... Hidden Forbidden Sin Realm. We're gonna look for Tabby. Dang it. The only reason I want to fight is to get a 25 hit combo. Alright, don't care anymore.
I didn't even break a sweat.
And now we're done. The 5th floor. Move on. There's a barrier. You have to beat the boss. It shouldn't be that hard though, but I'm gonna change back to Shadow. Just because. Holy crap, how many bullets do I have? Oh, that's right, I cheat upgraded these things and haven't fought anybody with Do-do-do-do-do. One.
You did it! Right, I did it!
You are adorable! Okay, that was one. It's a lot like the Forest thing, but not. It's been tweaked to be more Forest of Pain-like. It's very desaturated, and it's got all these, like, guillotine pendulum things hanging around. Two.
That was easier than I thought it'd be.
Have I mentioned you are adorable? Okay, so where am I going? I gotta do the thing. Where's the thing? Going back to... We did actually see a fair amount of the Forest of Pain way back in Dot Hack Roots. And back in Dot Hack Roots, it was, well, a forest. And it had these giant pendulum guillotine-looking things around, and that was kind of great. So it's nice that they did tweak it some for that. And they've got them hanging in places that don't even matter, like those aren't even traps. Three. Four.
I didn't even break a sweat.
I'm trying to keep count. I kind of don't want to get into too much of a conversation because I'm going to lose count. Also going to lose track of enemies that I've killed. Or where I'm going, or I don't know anymore, I'm lost.
You're not being careful enough.
Okay, I'm gonna kill both of them. 5.
That was easier than I thought it'd be.
Now, I'm gonna say, it's really neat that we got, the Azure Knights member address things, so we can run around with them. It's really neat, but at the same time, it's, like, not really the best decision that could have been made. It's like, I wonder, why didn't we get, like, Gabi, or Sirius, or Taihaku, 3 guys that were much more important to the story and would have made much more sense if we'd gotten their member addresses? I mean, again, don't get me wrong, the Azure Knights, friggin' awesome. Six. Seven. So yeah, friggin' awesome, but like, again, you were like buddy-buddy up with Sirius and even Taihaku to it, and Gabi to a lesser extent. I think those would have made far more sense. But, what are you gonna do? Eight. Nine, and boy, that was a 9. Now, for the first 50 floors, I am going to attempt to do the, thing. Hey, another Harpy Queen thing. Are you a lady guard? Alright. We're good. That's the next, that was the next challenge. Challenge. Hey guys. She is tall.
I did it! Right, I did it!
Okay, that was 11. That was 11. So, we should be pretty darn good now, and I'm like really low on chim spheres. So I'm gonna get some chim spheres. And y'all are gonna like it. Maybe I'll speed this up. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, all filled. All filled up. I am no longer hungry. Guy. Do. I'm in the habit of hitting him a certain number of times. I actually have to watch my ammo now and see when it runs down so I know when to reload.
This is a piece of cake.
And we got 3 experience points for that. Go us. Yay! We can warp back to level 10 at any time. And that means not only do I want to change back to the demon, first and second place went to Natsume and Kite. Third and fourth place I will be saving until later, which brings me to 6th and 7th place. Also, 5th place was someone else that I'm saving for later. So, 6th and 7th place are Orca, I did 10 floors with Natsume and Kite. I'm doing 10 floors with these two. I'm then going to do 5 floors each of a bunch of other dudes. Destroy 10 objects. I can do that. That sounds like it'll be easy, because all I have to do is... that I've never played, just because, oh hey, I could do a first impressions of this. Really? Same deal? You know what, you guys probably want to see these guys actually fight someone. Go get them, boys. Actually, you can hear Balmung saying Devil Sword, and they did get the same voice actors back from the original quadrilogy for them here. All you've ever really heard them do is grunt, but that is a grunt from the same voice actor. 14th floor. Oh, hey, it is! And this is the end, which means right when I say I'm gonna stop kicking them, I'm, like, all out of them to kick. Alright, let's go beat up this boss, and then... yeah, let's go beat up this boss. Yay, go me, and I got 20 healing storms. Do 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 do. Need to remember I have giant clip. Do it! Favorite action! Dot, dot, dot. I think that was an elbow. That was more of a sigh. The barrier's been lifted. We can go back and forth freely now. Back to the demon safe shoes, and then on a run we go. Now the enemies are getting a little bit tougher, so they should be able to live through a 40-hit combo. I just gotta find a guy to 40-hit combo. You're not gonna live through a 40-hit combo, are you? How about, like, hitting the guy? Hit the guy. Come on, 40! Oh, yeah! Okay, this is a gripe I've had, and just in all the time that I spent grinding to get this stuff, I've gotten really gripey about this, but remember how I was complaining because the targeting system was terrible? Yeah, holding off. It's gonna. If I get into them, though, they're gonna get angry. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting until, like, the last... I'm waiting until the last 50 floors of the dungeon to get into those. And then I got put asleep. And then we all got put asleep. Please hit me. Yay! And then I shot a guy. That's okay, I'll solo him. Oh, they woke up all on their own. That was great. I'm still not used to the... I'm not used to having a clip this huge. That ought to do it, Ray, thanks. Yay! The barrier is gone, and we've made it to block 20. Which means I'm running really slow. And let's go back to the Demon Safe Shoes. Demon Safe Shoes, go! Now then, at level 20, I'm gonna change out the party again. So, alright, Azure Balmung and Azure Orca, I thank you for your services in getting me to level 20. Now, after Azure Orca and Azure Balmung comes 8th place, which was... Pyros the Third. We haven't seen much of him this game. And... rank 9, 9th place is... Endurance. Because a lot of people like Endurance. Heaven help me if I know why. I suppose I can talk a little bit about channel news, though, so let's talk about that, because GU is going to be the final major project. The lack of music makes me nervous. But, GU is going to be my final, like, giant project like this. And, let's see, since I have to get 12 skill triggers.
Now, do as you please.
One. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Two. Oh, they're both asleep. 3. 4. 5. Oh, he died. Well, 5 in one battle's pretty alright. So, this is going to be the final major project that I do like this. I've mentioned before that I just really don't enjoy doing these really long, complex RPG-like games. And I say RPG-like because this goes for something not just like GU, but something like Okami, even, did the same thing. And it really comes down to just how much fun can I have doing it. Is this the 4th one I've done? So this is like 8 or 9? Let's say 8.
How unlucky for you to have met me.
Let's be safe and play 8. Play it safe and call it 8. I speak English good. But I just really don't enjoy doing these kinds of games. they're so long, it takes so much effort for me to put into this. I mean, when I record GU, it's kind of like a day-long project to record GU, whereas something like Edge, which I'm having more fun playing, and it is just kind of a more fun goof-around game, but something like that takes me like half an hour. And I'm done. Wrong button.
Now, do as you please.
Okay, that was 8. Nine. Ten. 11. 12. Oh man, I can do an awakening. Dude, I'm awakening this boss so hard. But that's really it. I mean, not only is it the time, but it's the general mood. Because, like, while playing these games, I'm not really happy. And that's just kind of the style of the game. It's not like a happy, fun-loving game. But at the same time, I try to, like, look at the pros and cons of the game. I try to weigh the good and the bad of the game. And I guess it's also that GU just isn't a game that I really enjoy all that much. I mean, it's a good game, just it's like not my favorite game in the world. Whereas the original Quadrilogy, on the other hand, I love to death. But even then, it's like, it's just how much I'm struggling and how little real fun I'm having. So, because of that, I'm more... And it doesn't help any that, like, anything that I say is immediately... This is where, like, the, devil's advocate thing comes into play. Because it's just a thing people do. They're not trying to be trollish, they're not trying to be mean, they're not trying to do anything real... I mean, they're not trying to be cruel or argumentative or anything. It's just... It's kind of human nature when someone says, it's like, I don't understand this and I don't like how this worked. For someone then to go, oh, well, it kind of makes sense if you do this. But even if it does, that's not what I'm talking about. It's like, I think the biggest issue that I've had in trying to get things across to people in all of these videos is an in-game explanation for something is never a good solution for a question that the player has concerning something else. Like, if I mention that the storyline is poorly portrayed, explaining why the story works doesn't fix that it's poorly portrayed. Hey, guy. That ought to do it, Ray, thanks. Alright, so that was Drainheart.
Lucky for you to have met me.
So yeah, that was that kind of thing, though, and I think I ran into the same issue when I was playing through anything, really. I mean, anytime I say much of anything, open 5 treasures trap boxes, can do. But it was anytime I would say anything, people would, like, hound on me and say, it's like, oh, this little thing is incorrect, this little thing is incorrect. You mistakenly did this, you forgot about this. It's essentially like playing through a game, and again, this just comes with how many comments I deal with. Like, if it were just a little now and then, it really wouldn't be that big a deal. But the main enjoyment that I get out of these videos is reading the comments and seeing that people enjoy them. So when people say things like, it's like, oh, just ignore those kinds of comments. Well, you can't. It's not that easy. Because I read all the comments. That's where I get my fun. That's what drives me to keep going. Oh, here we go. A trap room. You know, I don't think you guys have really seen much in the way of a trap. Let's see here. There's these steam traps that shoot out. You can walk by. There's the spike traps. This is gonna hurt. No, it isn't. There's the spike traps. If you step over, they hurt. These spot. Certainly not. I will only be doing an RPG if it is an especially meaningful game to me. Which means, if anybody out there requests or suggests, like, hey, what about this RPG? I love this game. I don't even have to look. The very fact that it's an RPG and I already don't
Is this Indiglut Lou?
And they were getting the crap out of here. The Dark Lord's Shade. This boss is actually really not that hard. But it's the first of 3 very special bosses that you run into in this dungeon. Need to remember I have giant clip. That hurt a little. Hey, guy. I was guarding, ya big meanie face. Hey, come on. Really? Really? You're just gonna keep doing that? You're just gonna keep doing that? Fine, I'll just stand my sorry butt back here. I like how my bullets are doing 2 damage, which is for all practical purposes meaningless. Alright, let's finish this! Shooting in the gut.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Let's keep going.
This is, one was 11th place, one was 12th place. And that means next time around, I'm going to grab yet another 11 and yet another 12. .65 hit combo. Am I on guns? Guns will be imperative for a 65 hit combo. And fewer enemies. Let's see, how about this? How about I not attack the first enemy I see? that's probably going to be in a terrible position for me to get a good combo on. Yeah, those guys would be terrible to combo on. There's gotta be a guy around here who's a guy. He'll do. Hey, guy.
I can believe that I can win.
Yeah, 68, 60 to 70. We're doing this. We're doing this. Woo! Woo!
We won!
With like 140 combo. Oh man. I think we let's see here. I am still doing the podcast, though with my oncoming job, it looks like it's not going to be a temporary little job. So I don't know how long it's going to be, so I don't know how often I'm going to be able to make the podcast. I'm going to try to work something out, and we'll see what happens with the job. Doodaloo. Doodaloo. And then I shot him in the butt. Need to remember I have a giant clip. I have to watch the clip. I'm so used. I'm so used to being able to watch I'm so used to just counting in my head how many bullets I've shot and knowing when to guard. But do it again. Do it again. So it's really hard for me to break muscle memory and remember that I have like 14 shots now, and that's kind of hard to count in the side of your head while I'm busy doing other things.